morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. It's officially springtime, which I'm so excited about. And to celebrate the occasion, I'm having some friends over for a spring dinner. Everyone is coming over at 5 p.m. and we have a lot to do to prep before then. So the menu and everything is chosen. I selected it a couple days ago. So we're gonna start with an appetizer. I'm going to make some focaccia, and then also an olive oil and balsamic dip for the focaccia. For the main course, we're going to do a lemon chicken bake with a white wine and lemon risotto. And then for dessert, one of my friends is bringing a cake. So I thought I would bring you along with how I host and prepare for a dinner party. I'm starting with making the focaccia so that the dough can have some time to rise while I do other things. I love making some kind of bread or like focaccia for dinner parties because I can start on it in the morning and kind of let it rise all day while I'm doing other stuff, and then bake it right before people start to come. And then we just have like a nice warm bread for an appetizer, and it's just the easiest thing and it's really good. I did have to pop out to the grocery store to get some things to make dinner. We're making a chicken lemon bake, so I did have to grab some lemons for that, and also a couple of other things. I like to have a lot of different drink options, so usually I'll get some kind of pop, sparkling water, juice, and then we also do cocktails. So I like to give people the option of different drinks they can have. And it wouldn't be a spring dinner party if I didn't get some kind of flowers to make a floral arrangement to decorate the house with. So I'm just picking some out here, and I'm gonna make a bouquet later on. I think flowers are a really easy way to bring spring into your home and also to help solidify the color palette you want to use for your dinner party. So here I'm choosing like pink, blue, and yellow to kind of help bring more spring vibes into the house. Now that we're back at home, the dough has kind of doubled in size. Now I'm gonna do some quick stretches and folds and then get on to doing other things. Okay, so we're back from the grocery store. The focaccia's doing well. I just did some stretches and folds, and now I just have to let it sit for 30 more minutes. While we were at the grocery store, I got some flowers. So I thought I would make a couple flower arrangements to put around the house for when everyone comes. So I have my 2 vases of water here that I'm going to actually put the flowers in. But I'm just gonna move these out of the way for now. And they packaged this really nicely, so it was easier to like take home, but let's unwrap. These blue ones, which they're a little bit squished, but I think they'll kind of fluff up. These are blue hydrangeas, which I think are really like nice and springy. And then I got some of these. These are yellow gerberas. I think that's how you say it, mini gerbera. And then I also just got these ones. I don't know what these ones are called, but I thought they were really pretty. And I thought that these colors were very spring colors. The themes that I'm doing for the Tablescape are yellow and green, but I wanted to add a little bit of blue and pink in there just to make it more spring. So I think these will look really nice with the plates, with the napkins I have, and all the other like Tablescape decor. One tip I learned, I can't remember if it was from Instagram or like a book I read, but you want to cut your flower stems at an angle because it helps them to absorb water more, I think. I also find that like the plant food that comes with your flowers really helps helps your flowers last longer. So I always make sure to put that in the water before I put the flowers in. So I chose these flowers not only because I love the colors of them and I love how they look together, but because they're all different sizes. I think this size variation really helps your bouquet look more beautiful and I guess elevated. For example, like the hydrangea is a much bigger flower, and then the yellow flowers are more medium size, and then we have those little tiny flowers in those pink ones. I think this size variation makes your bouquet look a lot more interesting and just adds a little bit more texture. Now I'm just going to place those flower arrangements around the house and move on to setting the table. I just finished doing all of the flower arrangements and placed them around in different places. Now let's set up the table. I keep all of my Tablescape decor in this hutch that's right in front of me. And I guess I'll show you what we have, what I'm thinking, and we can kind of build a theme based on the colors of the flowers and what I have already. I really want to use these butter yellow napkins that I got. I love using fabric napkins. I know that it's a little bit extra work because you have to like put them in the wash afterwards, but I think it just makes such a difference. So I'm definitely going to be using these. I have two choices for napkin rings. I can do these ones, which are really cute. You can put a little flower in it, but I just realized I used all of the flowers and don't have any extras to put in here, but this would be very cute. So maybe I'll try and rearrange some of the flowers so I can put some of the little pink ones in here. We'll see. So that could be an option. The other napkin rings I have, these gold ones. These ones are a little bit more fall. I got them during the fall time because they're little leaves like this. I think I'm definitely gonna go with the other set. Yeah, so there's only going to be 4 of us, so that other set will work. I thrifted these really cute like serving spoons and I guess fork thing, and they have little flower decals at the bottom. So I think I can definitely use these. I also have just classic wooden ones, but I think we'll only need 1 set, and I think I'm gonna go with the silver ones because they're more spring. I mostly have fall table runners, and I really only have one that is more neutral. It's just kind of this beigey, like plaid-ish pattern. So I think I could put this in the middle. I feel like these don't really go well together though. Because the runner doesn't really go with the napkins, I think we're just gonna scratch the runner and not do that. But we're gonna do placemats. So we have 2 options for placemats. We have these goldish ones. These are kind of like cork and they're harder. I love these. I love the gold detail, but I'm not sure if these 2 go well together. I don't think they do. I think these ones kind of scream spring more than the other ones. And I think that these 2 will go well together. The green and the yellow look good. So I think these are the ones we're going to go with. Maybe let's give this one a go and see what it looks like, because who knows, it could end up looking good, or we'll just take it off. My mom got me these like really cute little spoons and little forks. So we might be using this later on for like maybe the appetizer. I'm not sure, we'll see. But we've got the stuff, let's put it on the table. Decorating your table can get really expensive, especially when you're trying to have these different like layers and design elements like the table runner, the placemats, different cutlery, servingware, cups, plates. There's a lot that goes into setting the table. I think one way to make it more affordable is to thrift some of those things. I love thrifting plates and glasses because I think you can find really unique pieces that just make your table look beautiful. And the same with placemats and table runners. I thrifted these cute little crystal candle holders that go with a lot of different table decor. Now I'm back to the focaccia. I'm just rolling the dough in some oil and letting it rise for a little bit longer. And as I mentioned before, these little napkin rings are also thrifted, and so are the cloth napkins. Again, the thrift store has some great stuff, really affordable to do different kind of tablescapes. When I have people come over, I always like to put new towels in the bathroom. I just hate the feeling of like touching a wet towel, so I always make sure it's fresh. And I also got a new mat for outside, so I put that outside too. It says welcome, so I thought it would be perfect for having people over. And now we're finishing up the focaccia, just making the dimples in it, putting the rosemary and flaky salt on, and throwing it in the oven. This lemon chicken bake turned out so good. I've never made this recipe before. I made it for the first time for the dinner party, which I don't recommend, but sometimes it turns out, and this one really did. You essentially just sear the chicken in a pan, and then you make a lemon cream sauce and put the chicken back in and then let it cook the full way in the oven. I love anything that you can prep beforehand and put in the oven before your guests come. I feel like it just makes it so much easier and allows you to actually like interact with your guests because it's already cooking and you just have to take it out and then it's ready. Things were getting a little bit hectic, so I didn't film making the risotto, but if that's something you're interested in, I can film that for a future video. Is it really a successful dinner party if there isn't a little bit of chaos while prepping? Thank you for coming along while I hosted this little dinner party. I hope it gave you some hosting ideas. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more cozy content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.